Hey guys, today we'll be comparing thick and thin skin. We'll start with the distribution, being the first parameter of comparison. Thin skin has a greater proportion in the body, whereas thick skin is largely limited to the palm, the soles, and the flexor surfaces of the fingers and the digits. In terms of mechanical strength, this is the relationship. Now, if we talk about the composition, thin skin tends to have just 4 layers in the epidermis, thick skin has 5 layers in the epidermis. Hair follicles are present in the thin skin but largely absent in the thick skin. Erector pili muscles are present in the thin skin because they are associated with hair follicles but absent in thick skin. Sebaceous glands occur more frequently in thin skin and less frequently in thick skin because they too have an association with hair follicles. Sweat glands, on the other hand, follow the opposite trend. They are less frequent in thin skin, more frequent in thick skin. If we compare in terms of innervation and vascularity, surprisingly, thick skin is more innervated and thin skin is less innervated. And if you find this hard to remember, you can think of it. Thick skin is more sensitive to touch, so it will have more innervation, and vascularity and innervation again follow the opposite trend. If we compare in terms of the receptors, thick skin has more touch and pressure receptors compared to thin skin. Thin skin has more thermoreceptors compared to thick skin. And if we talk about in terms of the friction ridges, we know that the most frequent friction ridges are over here. So obviously thick skin will have more of these. And if you talk about dermal papillae, which are the ones that induce the friction ridges, following the same trend, they will be irregular in thin skin, regular in thick skin. And the dermoepidermal junctions, which are basically a consequence of dermal papillae, will be less complex in thin skin and more complex in thick skin. And since we talked about there being 4 layers over here and 5 over here, transition time of cell from basal to surface layer will be higher in thick skin compared to thin skin. Hopefully you found this to be helpful. If you did, please like, subscribe.